Welcome to Moviecaps. Today I will show you a Canadian science fiction thriller film from 2017 titled Radius. Spoilers ahead. Watch out and take care. In the beginning, a wounded and confused man wakes up after a car crash. After regaining consciousness, he walks to the road to seek help from someone. Soon, a car approaches him, but falls off the road, and he finds the female driver to be dead inside. He tries to call 911 to inform about the accident, but realizes he does not remember his name or the location where he is. After pulling off his wallet, he learns his name is Liam Hartwell. As he stands there in confusion, a crow suddenly drops dead out for an unknown reason. While going back to town, Liam passes over a roadside hotel, but finds out everyone is dead here as well. After coming back to his house, he hears the news speculating that a virus may be responsible for mysterious deaths in the area. He covers his mouth and nose for protection, and closes all the doors and windows in the house. Liam spots a nearby farmer, and tries to warn him to leave the area, but he does not understand, and drops dead while coming closer to his house. He learns it's not the virus, but him, responsible for the deaths of people, as well as the animals that come in contact with him. After marking the safe distance from him, he hides in the shed outside his house. Two police officers come looking for him, after finding out about his truck from the crash site, and start knocking at the door. He finds out about them but hides and does not show up or get closer to them. They get suspicious of him, but leave after the birds start dying mysteriously. Soon, a woman, Jane Doe, suffering from amnesia, approaches his house and tries to talk to him, saying she was with him at the time of the accident. Speculating he might cause her death, Liam tries to send her away, but nothing happens even after she knocks at the door. After seeing this, he agrees to walk inside the house, but keeps on asking questions about whether something weird has happened to her. She denies remembering anything, and asks him to look around the house to find out if she is related to him or not. Liam experiences a flashback, and remembers crossing a bridge before the crash, and they decide to go there. Even at the bridge, neither of them can figure out anything, but Jane does remember that she threw something into the water. She gets frustrated after failing to remember anything about her, but Liam tries to calm her down, and assures her she will find it out soon. After failing to find anything from there, Liam suggests going to the crash site. In the car, they hear the news about similar deaths, but nobody knows the reason. At the crash site, they find a huge circle on the ground, with everything burned inside. They remember waking up in the circle after the accident. Liam finally reveals what happened to him after he woke up, and tells her he is the reason behind these mysterious deaths. Jane gets scared of him, thinking he might hurt her as well. He tries to convince her about his innocence, but she does not listen, and keeps on walking away. As they argue, a lady police officer approaches them, and recognizes him to be Liam, as the police were looking for him to return his truck after the accident. She gets suspicious of him and Jane, but drops dead like everyone else as Jane walks away. Liam realizes these deaths don't happen while Jane is around him. He tells her about it, but she does not believe him, but he proves his theory with the help of a goat. He tells her she was stopping the deaths without even knowing it, and that's why nothing happened when she came closer to him. He suggests informing the authorities about his situation, by thinking they will understand that it's not his fault. Jane does not agree with his idea, and says if they don't believe him, he might cause multiple deaths at a time. After the discussion, they decide to go to the hospital and get him tested, so the doctors can find out if something is wrong with him. Liam again experiences flashbacks while talking to the doctor, but cannot remember anything. As they wait for the scan reports, the news reports about the death of the police officer disclose that her daughter heard her on the phone, saying Liam's name just the moments before her death. They get scared after learning that the police are looking for them, so they decide to flee from the hospital. While passing through a board with posters about missing persons, Jane remembers, the paper she threw in the water was also the same, but had her photo as the missing person. Soon, she learns Liam is already in the elevator and the door closes before she can get in. She runs down the stairs to remain as close to him as possible, while he asks other people to leave as soon as the elevator stops on the next floor. He locks himself inside until she rejoins him on the ground floor, and they escape out of the hospital after feeling a bit relieved that nobody died this time. He asks everybody to run away from him. Again from the news, they find out that Jane's real name is Rose Darwood, wife of Sam Durwood. Sam also asks her to return back to him. After listening to the news, Jane thinks about going back. Liam disagrees at first, but later agrees as she insists on him going with her. As they arrive at Sam's house, he rushes to her to find out about her safety and asks about Liam. They try to explain the situation to him, but he does not believe it at first. He intends to call the police to inform about Liam, but he starts to walk away from her, leading to the death of some birds. Sam gets scared, but learns they are telling him the truth, so he agrees to keep them in his hop until they figure out a solution. The news keeps on reporting about them, and speculates Jane might be his accomplice as she was seen with him. Liam gets frustrated, but still cannot figure a way out of this mess. In the shop, he finds a poster about a missing person and it has Jane's picture on it, but the name reads Lily Grayson. Upon their question about the picture, Sam reveals she is her twin sister, who has been missing for a year. Sam also reveals Jane tried everything to find her sisters, and printed several posters handing them to everyone to find any clue about Lily, and the situation led to many arguments between them. One day, after getting disappointed about never seeing her sister ever again, she stormed off, and he thought she would come back after a few days, but it did not happen. Jane remembers getting suicidal after failing to find her sister, but Liam saved her life, and offered to drive her away. After remembering it, Jane comes to him, disclosing that they never met before the night of the accident, and did not even know each other. As Jane and Liam get closer to each other, Sam gets jealous and argues with Jane, but she cannot explain, and just says she does not remember him at all. Liam sees a photo on the wall, and remembers telling her about his secluded cabin. After finding out its location, he suggests going there until things settle down. He thinks it will be good to stay away from the people, but Sam does not let them go without him. He offers them to hide at his shop, but Liam does not agree with him, as the police might get suspicious of him. Jane tries to convince him, by saying if he disappears in the middle of all of this would raise many questions, but he leaves without listening to her. To help her remember about him and their relationship, Sam writes a journal about her likes and dislikes, and how they met before getting married to each other. After failing to convince them to let him join, Sam calls the police, but immediately regrets his decision, and asks them to leave. Jane gets confused, and cannot understand why he changed his mind, but Liam figures it out that he called the cops. Sam tells him he explained everything to them, and also asked not to separate them from each other. Liam does not agree with his decision, as he knows no one would believe him, so he asks Jane to flee with him before the police arrive. They try to run away, but the police come over. The cops separate them from each other, ignoring their request to keep them closer. As a result, many of the officers, as well as the pedestrians closer to Liam, die. He gets upset about the situation, but cannot do anything except to cry for them. Sam realizes his mistake, and hands over his car keys, asking them to leave. While going to the cabin, Liam and Jane stop at a gas station, and hear the news reporting about a strange cosmological event that happened on the night of their crash. They learn that the circle they saw earlier was the site of that strange event, and unfortunately they got caught inside. Jane suggests informing Sam about the event, asking him to seek help from someone, but Liam disagrees by saying his phones might be tapped. They leave while discussing their options, but someone starts chasing them. In the car, Liam talks to her and worriedly says, even if he informs the authorities, they won't figure out a cure for him. He thinks he is dragging her with him, but she assures her support. They arrive at the cabin, but it does not spark anything in Liam's mind. He tells her about going out for a walk, as she waits inside. Soon, Jane discovers his diary, finding out that he is a serial killer who has killed many girls, including her sister Lily Grayson. She remembers their conversation from the car, that he said something about her sister after taking her from the bridge, although she never mentioned anything about her. Meanwhile, Liam also remembers trying to abduct and kill Lily, and then throwing her into the water. Both remember the night of the crash, when Liam tried to kill her as well, but she figured it out and struggles for her life, and the fight caused the accident. Jane also remembers coming out of the car, and trying to attack him, but they were struck by the cosmological anomaly that changed everything. She gets devastated after learning what happened to her sister, and confronts Liam, who confesses to killing her. She takes him back to the cabin at gunpoint, but they get attacked by a man and his 2 sons. He asks his sons to kill Liam while he holds Jane. She fights at first, but then stops trying as Liam starts to walk away from her, killing the man and his son. Seeing this, the other boy shoots Jane, before being killed by Liam's aura. Liam runs to rescue her, and takes her to the hospital, where they take her to the emergency, hence separating the 2 of them. After finding no way out, he eventually shoots himself to save other people's lives. The end. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you'd like to see more videos like this.